My IT journey began after high school when I joined the Air Force, and I spent 4 years in the military. Um, During that time, I was sent to various technical schools, such as network technician school, and so on and so forth. From that time, I went to college and then graduated and then got back into IT as it was a natural fit for my skill set. Um, I didn't get into the renewable energy industry until I joined Revision. Um, and it was a combination of originally, I grew up in Vermont. So Maine was a place that my wife and I were interested in relocating to. I was living in Brooklyn at the time. Um, and ultimately, it was intriguing to work for a company that is doing the type of work that Revision is doing. It's not just a job, but it's you're actually improving the world that we're living in. Revision's mission is to create a just and equitable electric future for all people. Um, and the problem we are trying to solve is to get um, sustainability out to all facets of customer base in New England. So we operate in Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and throughout our branches is installing solar, batteries, heat pump hot water heaters, and heat pumps as well, so that customers can take advantage of the whole home electrification. My specific role is Director of IT Operations. I lead a team of 5, including myself. We oversee all the lights on work, which is including cybersecurity and network infrastructure, help desk, and overall management of the environment. So we serve our 400 plus co-owners to ensure that they have the hardware they need to operate at a desk, remotely, or even at a customer site. For those who do not have a computer, we make sure that those with mobile phones are able to use those, leverage those, and install the electrification equipment efficiently and be productive no matter where they are. I was also leading a technology team, so that gave me the skill sets and knowledge to come to Revision and do that job as well. Different industries, but the skill sets of managing network infrastructure, overseeing the cybersecurity teams, and also running a help desk system for an internal customer base and external customer base as well. I was also managing a fairly large audiovisual team, as it was a co-working meeting event type company in New York City. But while it did give me a lot of good skill sets, I will say joining a solar company, it was eye-opening, as it's a very complex industry and there's many acronyms. There are many specific types of tools that are adopted, because there isn't one software that can miraculously do everything for a solar business. Certifications are important. The last certification that I think I spent significant time on was ITIL, which is kind of a standard IT framework. Somebody can have certifications, but if they don't have experience solving issues for customers, then sometimes those certifications really won't even matter. Especially in my seat, I manage the help desk team. So you have to be able to solve problems quickly, but you also have to really be skilled at just speaking with people and listening and um, providing timely updates. Oftentimes, I will look for experience in those types of areas, specific to customer service for frontline help desk staff. I look for people being able to manage their task or to-do list, and also manage coworkers, experience onboarding a new software tool or system, being the IT owner of a tool or major system. And I would say one of the biggest key things that I look for is somebody who has administrated something like Office 365, a Microsoft Active Directory or Entra, or Google's Workspace. Those are kind of the building blocks in IT for an organization, and how you manage users, groups, authentication, security, those types of things. Revision is very, very fortunate to be part of a cooperative, a group of solar companies throughout the United States. And so anytime we are looking to adopt a new software or to find a solution to a problem, we have a cohort that we can ask questions to, or have you guys dealt with this? How did you solve it? Have you used this software before? What was your experience? So that's extremely beneficial. Another way that I keep on top of these things is just through my kind of work social network, the contacts that I have built up over the 5+ years. There's really knowledgeable peers in the industry who are solving the same problems that I am at Revision. And that is really important. And then I would say the pace of the growth in technology right now, if you're working in tech, you have to be curious and constantly thinking about what is coming next, as every platform has their own agentic AI model that is going to change the world. And in my role and my team's accountabilities is a little bit of how do we find efficiencies, but also how do we protect the business and our company and the customer data. So sometimes those two things can work against each other, but it's a balance. I would say in the kind of the current dynamic, it's lowering expectations in terms of to start out for salary, and then also kind of the job type. For just IT in general, oftentimes it's starting as a junior help desk technician. That's the best route. And it's really quick. If you are a skilled help desk technician, you can move up fairly quickly. And it's a really good proving ground to see how you would do. But it involves being on call. It does involve some things which in today's age, folks looking to get into the industry might not want to do. For a manager, it's good to see that somebody has gone through that, because it builds them into the technician or engineer that they turn out to be. I urge people looking to get into the field, it's identify what really is interesting, and that is something that you can kind of hang your hat on to say, like, I'm an expert in security, or network engineering, or project management. But if you can identify one of the core kind of competencies and get really good at that and get a certification or two on that, it gives you skills which not only look good on a resume, but help you once you're in the door and work in that job, because inevitably you'll have to employ those no matter what. But in IT, the IT landscape is so vast. There's so many different types of roles in IT. And then you kind of land your job and you are the expert and can build your kind of experience so that people trust you and kind of know that, okay, not only did we hire a help desk technician, but this person also has certification in cybersecurity, and they are the person to go to for cybersecurity issues, or if we're trying to figure out what is that next thing. Ultimately, how do we reduce friction in all parts of the business? So how do we, in our sales process, as IT, how do we make it as seamless and smooth for communication, so voice, email, text, to be delivered to and from the customer? Our installers, how do we reduce the friction so that they're able to focus on the work they need to do, which is installing the PV and associated technologies, versus doing their timesheet in their HRIS system, similar to our sales teams. So agentic AI is on everybody's tongue, and there's for sure definite advantages and efficiencies that are coming with that. And I think we're only scratching the surface. But as I look at IT and the industry, I think it's making things simpler, secure, and reducing friction so that it's just easier for everybody to work